Welcome to the research world. In this video, I will discuss response bias in research and its types. Response bias occurs when individuals, for various reasons, do not provide completely honest answers to questions. Response bias is a phenomenon where individuals may respond in ways that deviate from their actual beliefs or experiences due to specific reasons. Respondents may provide inaccurate answers for several reasons. 1. A wish to align with what they believe are socially acceptable standards, social desirability bias. 2. A need to appear positively to the interviewer or others while being observed, Hawthorne effect. 3. An inclination to respond in ways that match the study's perceived goals, possibly from deducing the study's purpose, demand characteristics. 4. A desire to complete the survey swiftly or a lack of engagement with the questions. Types of response bias. Acquiescence bias. Respondents may exhibit a tendency to answer yes to every question, irrespective of their genuine opinions. This is especially common in surveys that mainly use binary response options such as yes/no. Example: imagine a customer satisfaction survey for a restaurant that includes the question, "Do you think our service was excellent?" Customers who don't want to seem critical may agree and select yes, even if they had only an average experience. A better way to ask might be, "How would you rate our service?" with a range of options, e.g., excellent, good, fair, poor, to encourage more accurate responses. Social desirability bias. Respondents may alter their answers to align more closely with social norms and expectations. Example: when asked about drinking habits, someone who drinks daily might feel compelled to hide this, worried about being viewed negatively by others or the researcher. Demand characteristics. Anything that can alert research participants to the goals of the study. The title of the study, the tools and instruments used, or even the researcher's interactions with the participants can all lead participants to alter their behavior based on what they think the research is about. Example: imagine a psychological study where participants are asked to complete tasks related to generosity. If they sense that the researchers are studying altruistic behavior, they might act more generously than they normally would, wanting to be seen positively or to help the researchers achieve their expected outcomes. This can lead to skewed data that does not accurately represent natural behavior. Courtesy bias. Courtesy bias is a type of response bias where respondents give answers they believe will please the researcher or avoid offending anyone rather than providing their true opinions. This often happens when respondents feel obligated to be polite or socially acceptable, even if it distorts their actual views. Example: in a customer satisfaction survey, a diner at a restaurant may rate the food as excellent, even if they found it just average, because they don't want to risk offending the server or the restaurant staff who may see the results. Similarly, in a job interview, a candidate might praise a company's culture highly, even if they have reservations, to make a favorable impression. Extreme response bias. Extreme response bias occurs when survey participants consistently choose the most extreme response options rather than providing moderate responses. Example: if a survey asks respondents to rate their satisfaction with a product or service on a scale of 1 to 10, some may consistently choose the lowest or highest possible rating rather than providing an accurate response. Researchers should consider using techniques such as reversing the polarity of some questions or using a response scale with an unprejudiced midpoint. Voluntary response bias occurs when individuals have the option to choose whether or not to participate in a survey or study, leading to a sample that may not represent the entire population. This bias arises because people with strong opinions, especially extreme views, are more likely to respond, skewing the results. Example. Suppose a news website posts a survey asking visitors to rate their satisfaction with a recent government policy. People who feel strongly about the policy, either positively or negatively, are more likely to take the time to respond than those who feel indifferent or mildly affected. This can lead to overrepresentation of extreme opinions, making the survey results misleading for gauging the general public's view. How to get rid of response bias. Use neutral wording. Randomize question order. Avoid double-barreled questions. Use reverse-worded items. Assure anonymity and confidentiality. Pilot test the survey. Limit the use of agree-disagree scales. Ensure questions are relevant and clear.